When you're making money, you can count on one thing: income taxes. On a very basic level, taxes are mandatory payments you make to the government to support its efforts to provide public services. Think everything from national security, public education, highways, and firefighters. There's a difference between income taxes, what we're talking about right now, and taxes you pay on a daily basis. You've paid plenty of taxes at this point. Think sales tax on your daily coffee or on gas for your car. The American income tax system is pretty complicated. Each year, you'll need to submit a report to the government that outlines how much you've earned over the course of a year and pay an estimated amount of taxes based on those earnings. Good news: if you overpay, you can get a refund in the form of a tax rebate. When you calculate your taxes, you need to take into account everything that counts as income. That includes any money earned from a full-time job, part-time jobs, or through investments and other activities. The United States has a progressive tax system, which means that people who make more money fall into a higher tax bracket and have to pay a greater percentage of their income each year. Big newsflash here: you only get taxed on your taxable income. That's not necessarily the total amount of money you make each year. Depending on your activities, think giving to charity, repaying student loans, you might be able to take advantage of certain ways to lower the amount of taxes you have to pay. This essentially means you can reduce your taxable income through deductions, credits, and other exemptions. The process involved in calculating your taxable income is a big part of why the tax filing process can be so confusing. That's also why people pay tax specialists to do it for them. Let's talk through what the filing process looks like. The typical tax filing process fits nicely into a few months, so it's easy to stay on track. You can think of the tax filing process as involving 4 major phases. Phase 1, collect the documents and info you need to file. Phase 2, prepare your return. Phase 3, file your taxes with the IRS. And Phase 4, get a refund from the government if you're entitled to one. In January, you'll start to receive documents you need to send to the IRS. These are things like employment documents, forms from schools, and other information from your financial institution. You'll send all of these to the IRS to prove how much you earned that year and whether you qualify for any credits or deductions. By February, you should have received almost all the forms you need to file. You'll have about 2 months to put everything together and prepare your tax return, although it's best to try and file early. To prepare your return, you'll fill out the Form 1040, 1040A, or 1040EZ to submit your federal taxes, in addition to any necessary state-specific forms. Taxes are due by April 15th, but good news: if you decided to binge on Netflix instead of filing, you're not totally out of luck. You can file for an extension until October 15th. Finally, depending on how much the IRS determines you owe in taxes, you may have paid too much and might be entitled to a refund.